guys, welcome back. So I thought I would do a little video of how I make my press-on nails. It's super easy, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of some Valentine's nails today. I've kind of skipped it a little bit. I did do a few, but not too many. So we're going to be using some transfer foil. I'm going to do maybe, I'm not 100% sure yet, a Hello Kitty on one of the nails, some reflective glitter on another nail. So yeah, I'm going to try and tie them all in together so they look super cute. Okay, so I have, I'm only doing 4, I'm not going to go with 5. Obviously if you were making press-on nails you'd actually do 10. Some people do more than that. So the shape of these, I like to always shape up very slightly. They're not pointy enough for me, they're quite rounded on the ends. So I always take the softer side of my file and I'm just going to bring that in slightly. And I'm doing this on all of the nails. This just makes it look so much more neater and crisper on the ends. A lot of people as well will buff the top of the nail and use a base coat. Some people say you don't have to do that, but if you're buffing it you can go straight in with your gel colour, or you don't have to buff it and you can just put a base coat on. I do both just for extra protection really, and then I always get my file like this and go underneath the nail just to make sure, see, that little overhang bits come off. Okay, oops, get my duster and just dust off any excess, just like that. And that is much better. See how pointy this one is, now rounded that one is. I know this is super pointy, it's sharp, but you've got to remember once we go in with the base coat, the gel colour, and then the top coat, it's going to thicken it up slightly. Whereas if we didn't file it to shape a little bit more, this is already rounded, it will go even more rounded because of the base coat, the gel colour, and then the top coat. So that one is all filed, and I always take my buffer and just buff over the top, making sure we get rid of that shine, okay? Again, you don't have to do this step, you can just go straight in with your base coat, but I do both, like I said, just for extra protection. Okay, you see the difference? Let's pop this bad boy right there. Okay, pop those there. And I'll do another one on camera and then I'll do the others off, just to save time. So I'm not holding the nail file like this, otherwise you're going to cut straight into the side of the nail, the side wall. So hold it on an angle when you're bringing it into shape. You don't need a hard file for this, a soft one would actually be fine. And then this side, just like this. So I'm not holding it like that. You see how there's a gap? If I hold it like this, with that gap there, I'm going to end up denting this part. So you want to hold it flat. I'm always checking it to make sure which side needs to come in more, which is this side. Let's get that overhang off. Underneath the nail, can you see all that little bit coming off just here? Oh. fine. Everything's just getting in my way. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to keep my desk tidy for a change. A little bit out, there we go, is off. A tiny bit just there. There we go. Buff over the top. This buffer is pretty knackered, but honestly I love it. It's really good. Just making sure that the shine is completely gone. Dust again. So this side looks wonky to me. It looks like it's going that way. So I'm just gonna bring it down a little bit more. That's better. I'm always constantly checking. I'm sorry if I keep coughing. I've got the flu, so I'm not well, but I've got to do this for you guys, haven't I? Okay, those two are done. I will do these two off camera and I will be back. Okay, those are all filed, buffed, shaped, all that good stuff. Base coat. It doesn't need to be super thick, just as long as you have it on there, but again, you can do one or the other. You don't have to do both like I did, the buffing and then the base coat. You can have one or the other. I just do two, just for extra protection. You know, if you're making them for customers or clients and whatnot, you want to make sure that that gel polish and the design that you're doing is going to last. You don't want it popping off and getting complaints and things like that. Yeah, so we're gonna do this, pop this in the lamp for 30 seconds. You know, that's just the normal standard time that you would cure your base coat. Put that all over the nails. I've used bigger tips just for the design, really. It just looks better. Okay, like that. Pop these in. So I've done this one on here because it's easier. It's going to be easier for me to draw Hello Kitty on a separate stand rather than on one of these. So let's pop all these in for 30 seconds, cure those, and then we can get to the design. Okay, so the first one I'm going to do is pink, this one, and then this one's going to be red, and this one's going to be like this colour kind of thing, like a nudish colour, and then I'm going to matte top coat that, then put some love hearts on there and sugar them with some reflective colour changing glitter. Okay, so I will do two coats. I always do two coats. If it's for myself and I just don't really think it needs it, then I don't, but if it's for a customer, then I do two coats. So when you're painting the top part, you don't want to go like that and then brush it on, because all this gel polish is going to go under the nail. So ideally you should do it backwards like this, and it flicks up so it doesn't go under that nail. You don't want it super thick, like I said, because you don't want to take away that shape, and we are doing it two coats. I think this is the wrong red. I think this red might be running out, but there should be enough in there. So I am doing it carefully at the top. Just lie that red on its side. I've got about 5 different reds, and I don't chuck them away because I know that there's still gel polish in there if I turn it on its side. Okay. Just flicking it upwards, making sure it's all level as well, making sure that there's none going underneath the nail. Okay, the middle one, which again is this one from Beetles. It is 697. Really nice colour. I do like this colour. I will do two coats off camera. Just making sure that it's on those sides nice and even. Okay, there we go. Pop that in the lamp. We will do the Hello Kitty last. So I'm going to put that in the lamp for 30 seconds. Oh, and then I will do the second coat and then we can get into the little design. Okay, these ones are, well, they've had the second coat on. So I'm going to do one nail at a time when it comes to, well, let me matte top coat this first. Where are you? So I'm going to matte top coat this because I don't want to put, it's still sticky, and if I put transfer foil on these two and the transfer foil accidentally hits this bit, it is a little bit sticky still, so it is going to probably transfer very slightly, not very much, but very slightly. So I'm going to matte top coat this so it's not sticky, and I'm having it matte anyway. And with a matte top coat, you want to cure this for 60 seconds. Okay, pop that in that lamp, and I will put that in the lamp for 60 seconds. I have just gone ahead and done this one. This is the Hello Kitty one. Just doing the base, well, not the base coat, the base colour, shall I say. Just doing the base colour. Just to, well, save time really, because I think the Hello Kitty might take me quite a while to draw. So yes. So that's the second coat. I will go ahead and cure that and then I will be back. Okay, so foil glue. You always cure foil glue for 60 to 90 seconds. Always 60 to 90 seconds. To be honest, I mix it up. Sometimes I do 60, sometimes I do 90. It depends how impatient I am feeling on that day. If I'm in a rush, then I will just do it for 60 seconds. Yeah. And I like to leave it to cool for about 15 seconds, just to let it cool down once it's come out of the lamp. I do find that it transfers a little bit better. I am not perfect at transfer foil. Some of them go on really well, some of them don't. Okay, lamp for, I'll do it 90 seconds, just because that's what I would prefer to go with. So that's what I'm going to do. And the Hello Kitty one, because we are doing a design, you know, we're drawing Hello Kitty, I am going to have the background matte. It does make it easier to draw on top of a matte effect rather than shiny and sticky. You know, shiny, I find that your nail art brush will just kind of slide everywhere. So I like to do it on top of a matte top coat. So again, 60 seconds. Okay, all done. So I have my transfer foil. I have a couple of different ones. I was contemplating on cutting out what I wanted, but sometimes that just makes it 10 times worse. So I'm just looking. No, there's a little bit of dust on there. You don't want dust on it. Just looking at what I want. I mean, I did want, I think, let's do with this one first, but I think that's going to stand out better on this one. So I'm going to just go in with this one. So I'm going to place it on, like gently, okay? Nice and gently as best as you can. don't come off the stand. Okay, there's that one. I am going to matte top coat it just to protect it. Like this. Making sure it's really capped around the sides. Don't want it to peel off. You can obviously do it shiny, but I'm going for a matte set this time. I'm always doing shiny sets. So again, I'm making sure that those sides are capped. And by doing that, you're capping in the gel polish and the design. And that, 60 seconds, will stop the gel polish peeling and water getting underneath, all that good stuff. Okay, so what we're going to do is going to do the Hello Kitty. So I need my palette. Okay, so I am using my Beetles gel polish liner brush. I was going to use a really long one, but because the nail's quite small, I don't really want to use a really long liner brush. So I'm just going to use a small one. It's quite hard to hold it with these gloves because it's a bit slippery. I can't hold it up there because I don't have enough, my little finger won't reach. And you always want to rest your little finger on your other hand so you have more control. Little tip for you there. So I'm just going to start with the head. I am using black and we will fill it in afterwards. Then the ears. And don't worry if, like, you know, you've not done Hello Kitty before. I haven't. This is the first time. And this is kind of why I've just done an easier design on the rest of the nails, because I didn't want to spend too much time doing this. And when I'm always doing the left side, because I'm right-handed, I need to turn over, which I'm just going to make that a little bit more darker. Yeah, I always have to turn over, which isn't the best because you can't see if you're in line with this, like, ear. If I'd done it this side, I could, but because I'm doing it the opposite way, it can be quite hard to tell if you're in line or not. Not too bad. But we're going to fill it in anyway with the white, so it doesn't have to be perfect. And not just that, I don't really think anybody's perfect anyway. So I'm going to match up there to here. And I'm just going to bring that outwards a little bit and then back in, just for the face. Don't, like I said, don't worry if you mess up a little bit, because we're going to fill it in. I just try to do it as neat as I can. Oh, my throat, I'm so sorry. Okay, and the love heart, and this is just the outline. Everything else we can fill in afterwards. Bring this bit down a little bit. I will try and keep this in real tiny, but obviously it does depend how long this video is for. Shoulder. Bring that down. And then her cute little dress. Oh, she has a little dress on. Again, I need to turn it over because I just can't do it the other way. Shoulder. Because she's holding a love heart here. And then her little dress can come up like this. And then I'm just going to do a wiggly line. Because what dresses are completely straight? I mean, you have to trust the process. Her little feet. Like that. I'm trying to do it as close as I can to you, but also so I can see. And then her other foot. And everything's going to be filled in, and then we'll probably have to redo the outline of everything else afterwards. Okay, so that's the outline done. I'm just trying to think, do I need to do that now? No, I think that might be best to do that afterwards, unless I just do it now and just see where I get to. So I am going to do the love heart. Okay, so about here is the middle. I'm not very good at drawing love hearts. I usually have to use a dotting tool, but because I'm not filling it in, I have to use, well, not with black, I have to use this. Yeah, so if you want to copy this design, just pause it every now and then. Okay, so there's that. And then she ends up her hands go here, but I need to fill it in first before I can go in and do the hands. So please ignore the weirdness of that. So we can go ahead and cure that. This black is just gel polished, but it's so super thick. So I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds. Okay, so I am going to do some, while that's the Hello Kitty is curing, I am going to do some little love hearts, best as I can. Okay, this is the side I'm going to struggle with, so I might have to turn it on its side. And then I'm going to get a clump of gel polish and just fill this in. I'm just doing this just to save time while that Hello Kitty cures, you know, save you sitting around waiting. I should have my glasses on really, so I can see. There's one. So I'm going to cure that just because this one's done. Oh, that one's coming off. 30 seconds. Okay, now we need some white, and this is where we need to start filling in, and this is where it can take quite a while because you do need to go careful because there's a lot of different colours going on. There's red, pink and white, yellow and black. Yellow being the nose, that's it. So I am, oh my god, my thing is going mental. Let's take that out. So I'm just going to start filling in and just following those lines. Again, don't worry if you go, you know, if it's not perfect or if you go over that black. Why is my lamp keeps turning on its own? Because like I said, we can go back around it anyway. It was just a guide. That was all. It was just a guide. Oh my god, stop it. The lamp keeps turning on. Okay. You can just, you know, go in with your brush, like gel polish, actual brush, but I'm not going to do that because it's quite a small head. There's no, I don't really want to make massive mistakes. Just remember, if this is your first time doing any kind of nail art, if you're happy with what you have just done, cure every single time you're happy. Don't keep drawing, because if you make a mistake and you need to wipe it off, you're going to wipe everything off. So just try and cure in between every time you're happy with what you've done. So I'm not taking this white all the way down. I am just taking it to here, just to her shoulders, because she has a cute red dress on. I'm just going to make sure that this is, I don't want to have to go in with a second coat. Again, if I was doing this for somebody, then I would. But I am just going to do one coat, so I'm just trying to make sure that that's all covered. Do her little dilly-willy feet. There might be a little bit too much gel polish on there. Okay. Tiny feet, look at that. She has small feet like me, I'm only a size 4. Okay. Just always trust the process, okay? Even if it looks crap, trust the process. Oh my god, 30 minutes already this is. Cure for, just do 30 seconds, a flash cure like that will be fine. Okay, so while that one's curing, I'm going to get a little bit of pink, and I am just going to do a tiny little one. Because I do, well, I might, I'm not saying I definitely am. I was going to use some of that flash glitter for the love hearts, but I don't know if I want to. Because it doesn't match, it's more like a purpley colour, and it just doesn't match what the nail varnish is. Or gel polish, shall I say nail varnish? I haven't said that in such a long time, that word. There's one there. I will just flash cure that because we do have more of that to do afterwards. Okay, this one has been flash cured. So I am, oh my god, I'm freaking choking all the time. I'm going to fill in her love heart that she's holding with pink. Just do it like as smooth as you can, but like I said, it doesn't matter if you go over that black because you can just outline it afterwards again if you need to. Always rest your little finger on your other hand so you have control. If you don't, you're going to be like this, shaking. Rest your little finger. Just like that. I am super quiet because concentration is real, honestly. It really is. Okay, I am going to go over this side of the black just a little bit. Cute. She's so cute. Okay, now I am going to fill in, I mean, ideally you should flash cure that, so that's what I'm going to do, because if I make a mistake and I need to rub it off, I'm going to rub that off as well. So I might do a little bit of a black love heart as well. If you're not good at drawing love hearts, then you can just use a dotting tool. That's what I usually do. But these liner brushes from the Beatles are amazing. They really are. But I do definitely need my glasses on because I don't even know, I can't really see very much. Okay, I am going to cure that one for 30 seconds. Now time to fill in her little dress. But first, she has, so this is her shoulder, right? Just here. Just going to go like this. And then I'm going to go up to this bit here, because this is obviously her arms where she's holding that love heart, okay? And then I'm going to do a little thumb. I mean, this is going to be hard because her hands are so diddy. And we will fill that in with white, so don't stress about it. Okay, so the shoulder's going to be red and the hands are going to be filled in with white. I'm just going to outline this a little bit more of the love heart. Okay, let's fill that bit in and fill this bit in. Okay, flash cure again, 30 seconds. And I might do some, I'll show you how I do my clouds. Oh, I love doing clouds. Okay, so I'm going to get my white, and I better do it this way so that acetone runs like downwards. And this is basically what I do. I just wiggle it around a little bit. Like this. A little bit of a cloud this side. You know, it's not perfect. It's a cloud. It's not supposed to be perfect. But I am going to acetone it out. And then I'm going to do one probably here. But like I said, it's not supposed to be perfect. Oh God, sorry. It's not supposed to be perfect. So I am just, you know, wiggling it about and things. Okay, and then what you do, let's get a little bit of acetone. And where's my brush? I'm going to use this gel brush. Oh, this pot just doesn't work very well, my acetone pot. There we are. Dip that, take a little bit off, and just dab at the bottom of it. Like that. A bit more, take a tiny bit more off. And we are just dabbing at the bottom and just kind of like spreading it out. Can you see how it's going? It's spreading, it's going clear in a few places. Like that. More acetone, dab off slightly. And we're going to do this one as well. Okay, there we go. I'm going to pop that in the lamp. Okay, I will cure that for 60 seconds just to make sure it's fully cured. Oh, my throat. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the red. Okay, actually that's probably a bit too much. And I'm going to start filling her in. Just like this. I know there's a lot of people that can do this and have it done in like, I don't know, like 20 minutes, half hour, like 10 minutes maybe. Those sorts of people, they're experts. I'm not an expert, okay? And then we're just going to fill her shoulder in, shoulder/arm, like that. Do this one as well. And then we'll do her hands afterwards. Like that. Just like that. I mean, we can do her eyes while we're here. And we need to do the bow as well. So I'm going to do one eye here. And then another eye here. The eyes, believe it or not, are the hardest thing. Because I cannot do circles. They just end up getting bigger and bigger for me. Just need to round this bit off because it's a bit more square at the top. Okay, like that. And it's not going to touch anything, it should be fine. I'm going to do 3 little flicks. 1. Making sure it goes over there. Like that. Straight 1, 2. 1 down there. 3. And then the same on this side. 1, 2, 3. Just want to make sure that they're on this side. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cure that. Still need to do her nose in a minute and everything else. I might end up bringing her dress out slightly, which I'll show you how to do that in a second. So there is that one. I think that's pretty cute. I mean, it's all right, isn't it? It's all right. I might do maybe like a little lip. I'm not very good at drawing lips though, but I can try it. We can try, okay? Just trying to fill it in. And I'm really sorry if you guys can't see. You can outline them if you want to, just so they stand out a bit more. But I'm not going to. Okay, what I might do is get a bit of white and just do like a little line on some of these. Just like this. I don't know why my lamp does that. And then on the white as well, the black, sorry, as well. Like that. Let's cure that. 30 seconds. Okay, so we need a little bit of white, just a tiny bit, okay, tiny bit. Because we're going to fill in her hands, and I am going over this black slightly because it's a little bit thick. So I'm just kind of covering it. Like that. Okay. And now I did say I was going to bring her dress out because it does look a little, she does look a little bit thin on this part. So I'm just going to go like that. And bring it out a bit more. I mean, you can't really tell that I'm bringing it out, to be honest, because it's gone quite... When I outline it, you might be able to, you might not, but we're gonna find out. I'm just trying to cover up this black just there with a little bit more thickness of the gel. And this side. Like that. Okay. I will flash cure that just for a second, and then I will outline it in a minute. So this one's done. Let's have this matte. I don't know whether to do it shiny or matte. If I like it matte, then I'll keep it matte. I was going to do that reflective glitter, but I just don't. It's more of a purpley colour. It's not going to match. It really won't. So I'm just making sure that everything is completely covered. There we go. 60 seconds. That's flash cured. Tipped it up. All right, so let me just outline this dress from the top part here. And then like that. And then hopefully she doesn't look like she's, you know, a bit weird. Her dress just doesn't fit correctly. That's a bit better, actually. Yeah, that's a bit better. And I am just going to fill this bit in a little bit more down the bottom. So this is the thing. Sometimes you will have to just re-outline everything just to make it blacked out more, which is what I am doing now. Just going to go. I haven't finished this one yet. I still need to do her bow. Still got to do her little cute bow and her nose. Oh, is she looking cute? Okay. So I will flash cure that for 30 seconds. Those ones are done. So what do I need? Yellow. Okay. So I've got the yellow. Why does this keep moving? Stop moving. And why are you all the way there? Just for her little teeny weeny nose. If it stands out enough. Hoping it does. I might outline it. Yeah, I think I probably will. But I am going to have to do it quite thick to make sure that you can see, you know, it is a nose, basically. Okay, so with her ear just here, I'm just going to do a tiny little flick. Just here. Just so you can kind of see, you know, that it is an ear. Right, now I'm going to do the bow. Wish me luck. Okay, so from this side, and please don't worry about how I'm going over everything, because we're going to fill it in with red. It's going to be filled in with red. Cute red. Like that. And then I'm just going to do a little line like that. Circle. Doesn't have to be perfect because again we're filling it in. Doesn't have to be perfect. I don't even know if you were in focus then. Or in frame, shall I say. Okay, so that will do for that. Let me go ahead and just cure this. I might actually, yeah, let me just cure this for a second. And with this one, what I've just done is I just drew a black little love heart because I just thought that now was a little bit plain. Yeah, so I just did a little black love heart, and now I'm just going in and I'm just kind of outlining that part. So that one can go in, and then I will do another top coat over that one. This keeps moving. Stop moving. Oh my god. Okay. Right. Now time to fill this in with red. And you want to make sure there's enough there where you're covering the black, you know, from her ear and things like that. And if you need to make the ear bigger, you can. Yeah, you can make the ear bigger, it's not a problem. Which I will probably do in a minute. Just so you can see it a little bit more. I mean, it's not too bad, but I want you to be able to see it a little bit more. I think. I'm just trying to make sure all that black behind it is covered. That's why I'm sort of like putting blobs of gel polish on there. Okay, so I'll go in and cure. I will cure that for 60 just to make sure it is nice and cured all the way through. Matte over the top because of that black. I was going to do that black love heart shiny, but I've changed my mind. And by doing that, you just fill it in a little bit with a liner brush with a bit of glossy top coat. Okay, in a lamp. Okay, so I'm just going to get this. I think the ear is actually okay. Let me just see what I think if I do it a little bit bigger. just by, I will obviously outline it. I'm just seeing what I think if I had it a bit bigger. And I think I kind of prefer it a little bit bigger. Yeah, so I will flash cure that. That one is done. Okay, so I'm just going to go in and fill her, well, fill in her ear, no, outline the ear. Yeah, it does look a little bit better being a little bit bigger, definitely. And now I'm going to go back round this bow, and I'm just filling that in. No, I'm not filling it in, I'm outlining it. Oh. Honestly, the reason why I'm saying stuff like that is because I'm concentrating, and I'm just not thinking about what I'm actually doing. And I'm going to, this corner just up here, I'm just going to do a little flick on either side, like that. Do I really want to outline her nose? I think I might make a mistake if I do that. So I'm just going to do like a little line there just so it stands out a little bit more. Outline her feet. I do go in quite a lot and do a lot more of the outlines purely because when you filled everything in with colour, it does take that away. Okay, let's pop that. Actually, no, I just need to make this little flick here just a little bit darker, like that. Pop her in the lamp for 60 seconds just to make sure she is fully cured. And when she's cured, I shall be back. I might do maybe a little love heart on top of the nail, maybe a cloud, I don't know, but I will do that off camera because I've just done the same on another nail, and this is 52 minutes long. And this is just for 4 nails. Like, a lot of work goes into press on nails, they really do. They really do. And that is the finished result. Took frickin' forever. It really did. But that's what it looks like. I mean, I'm not a love, I do, it's the dress. It is the dress, I mean. If we done it from like down here, it'd be alright, but yeah, that's what they look like. I did just do some little clouds, a little love heart, just to add something to the top of the nail because it was a little bit bare for me. I didn't know whether to have it glossy either, because I always find glossy will hide mistakes more than matte. Yeah, so, but I left it matte because the rest of the nails are matte, but that's what they look like. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you did. Please give me a huge thumbs up and hit that notification bell for when I upload, you are notified. But look at that shadow. Yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye!